So in this PS Suite video, I'm going to show you the difference between searches and reminders. From your opening screen, which looks like the little toolbar, you're going to click into records, and this will bring you to the screen that looks like a chart. In this screen, you can find searches and reminders under settings. So we click on settings, and you can see here that there is an edit searches as well as an edit reminders place you can click into. Now, just to explain briefly about the difference between the two, when you do a search is really just the ability for you to define your criteria. It might be, I want to pick everybody who is female, who belongs to a particular doctor, and that will spit out a list for you. And that is just a straightforward search. When you go into reminders, the reminder is going to give you the same kind of criteria you can choose from, but the difference is that the reminder will pop up in the chart for you. So I'm just going to click into searches here really quickly, and you're going to see here on the left hand side that there is a list of searches that have already been built for this database. So on your left hand side here, you see that there are quite a few searches already built. And so, for example, one might be, I want to have a list of all the female patients. Okay. Another search might be, I want to look for all my ADHD patients. And this search will just spit out a list that matches the criteria that you see on the left. Okay. So when you click on, let's say here, a mammogram due, you're going to see that it's already been built for you. Sex is female, age is greater than 50 and less than 75, as well as a mammogram, has not had a mammogram in greater than 24 months. Okay, now with this one, all you would have to do is perform the search. Okay, and in the searches, you'll see that there are some doctors listed here. You can choose to uncheck them all. This is really useful if you have a clinic that has like 12 or 15 doctors in it. You can uncheck them all and just select the doctor that you want to search for. Or if you leave them, if you all checked, then it will check it for all the doctors in the clinic. Okay, and then from there you can just perform your search. Okay, in this case it's going to spit you out 4 names. Okay, if you're going to do a reminder, we'll just go into reminders. Okay, you're going to see another list that has been generated for this particular database, and it's not necessarily going to be the same ones that you see in the searches. Okay, so in this particular case, you see that there is a series of ASAP screening reminders. And if you'll notice, on the chart here to the left, that's sort of behind the screen, there is a chart up here of a test patient, and you can see that the reminders here populate into this field right into the chart. Okay, and if you look on the list of the reminders here, you'll see there's a colorectal cancer screening one. And if you'll notice that the person here, J-code Janice here, also has a colorectal screen now due. Okay, so that means that she matches this criteria. Okay, so with a reminder, if you have a patient that does not match this criteria, for example, maybe a patient is 25 years old, it's only going to match to the patients between the ages of 50 and 74. If you match that criteria, the reminder will appear on the chart. Okay, so this helps us to leverage the EMR to tell us what this patient is due for without having to look through all the different areas of the chart. Okay, you can add and create reminders, as many as you would like. We usually suggest that you start with a few because this list, as you can see on the left, can get a little long, and it can reduce the amount of space that you have to look at some of your chart information down at the bottom. So generally we start with a few and then add from there. Some clinics choose to add all the ASAP screens. Okay, so that's really dependent on what you would like to do. You can add and remove reminders as you see fit. Okay, once you click done, then the reminder is going to be in the system from there on in. Okay. When you are in, I'm just going to go back to searches here, and let's say we're going to pick that female patient one because this one's super simple. When you go to perform the search, you're going to see those doctors there, okay? So you will have tons of flexibility to be able to select which doctors you want on here, and then just hit search, okay? Again, that's just going to spit you out a little list. One other thing to mention about searches is that this list is entirely interactive. Okay, so for example, let's say I would like to, who would I pick in? So why don't we pick Priscilla pregnancy? Okay, if you double click on the patient's name, it will bring you directly to that chart. So you can do a few things with this, depending on how you wish to do this in the clinic. Lots of gals like to print out that list so that you can just work from it every so often, or if you want to, you can work entirely from the computer and just manage these lists or look through some of these things as you have time. One little tidbit to mention about searches and reminders is when you build a reminder, I'm going to bring this up one more time, and you can actually search this. So you can you can search from a reminder, but you can't take a search that you originally built and turn it into a reminder. In order for it to be a reminder, it has to be built under Edit Reminders. In order to do a search from a reminder, what you can do is go here. So we're just going to click Done here, and then I'm going to hit under Patient. This time I'm going to say Reminder Report, and I'm going to select Mammogram Due. I've got my doctor selected. I've got everybody selected for this one. I click Reminders, and it's going to give me 4 people. So I have just searched all the people that have that particular reminder on their chart. Okay, so that is the difference between searches and reminders.